All right, let's dive right into this explainer. It's 2026, and let's be honest, the honeymoon phase for the AI creator economy? Yeah, it's officially over. Today, we're really digging into the maturation of AI presentation makers and music generators. We're going to explore that fascinating and sometimes frustrating intersection, where the magical promise of instant creation crashes headfirst into the reality of hidden traps, restrictive licensing, and those incredibly annoying workflow bottlenecks.
So here's our game plan for today. We'll kick things off by looking at the AI creator economy in 2026, then weigh speed against granular control and uncover some seriously deceptive hidden pricing traps. After that, we'll shift gears to AI music, navigating the art versus production debate, carefully walking through the copyright minefield, and finally, we'll wrap up by helping you choose your AI stack. Let's get to it.
Section 1. The AI creator economy in 2026.
Now, the sheer speed of AI is fundamentally changing the game for content creators, educators, and marketers. Just think about it. The absolute grunt work of building a slide deck, manually tweaking tiny text boxes, and fixing layouts usually eats up a good 2 to 4 hours for your average professional. But today, an AI presentation maker can take a simple text outline and spit out a fully presentable first draft in just 3 to 6 minutes. It's wild. That massive time savings is incredibly front-loaded, instantly taking care of structuring your narrative and setting up a solid visual hierarchy.
Which brings us to Section 2, speed versus granular control.
Because while getting a draft in 3 minutes sounds like magic, you know as well as I do that a first draft is never the final draft, and that raw speed often costs you actual control over the final product. Looking at the market right now, you see a really sharp contrast. On one side, you have platforms that give creators true control. Take Elysi, for example. It allows for full design system encoding and actually has an agent mode where if you ask it to change a pie chart to a bar chart, it executes that exact edit perfectly without breaking anything else. On the flip side, we have what I like to call prompt and pray tools like Gamma. Now, Gamma is fantastic for those web-style scrollable decks, but if you use its agent to make one little tweak, you might accidentally trigger this unwanted formatting cascade, literally like a digital game of dominoes that completely wrecks the design of all your other slides. Moving on to Section 3, beware hidden pricing traps. Free rarely actually means free in 2026, right? The business models behind these accessible tools are frankly a little deceptive. Let's break it down. Beautiful AI, for instance, hits you with a staggering 275% markup if you dare to pay monthly instead of locking into a full year. Plus AI. They heavily advertise a trial, but require a credit card up front, so basically no actual free tier. Pitch offers a free plan, but those 100 AI credits you get are one-time only. Build a deck or two, and boom, the AI just shuts off entirely. And maybe the most maddening of all is Slides GPT. Sure, you can generate and view your presentation totally for free, but they lock your finished PowerPoint export behind a strict $10 paywall. It's like you can build the house, but you aren't allowed to live in it unless you pay the ransom.
All right, Section 4, AI music, art versus production. Let's pivot over to audio because we're seeing the exact same divide between viral artistic chaos and practical production control. Take a look at this quote from Suno CEO back in early 2025. I think the majority of people don't enjoy the majority of the time they spend making music. This really highlights a massive philosophical divide. You have tech companies that literally want to automate the entire artistic process from start to finish, but that completely clashes with traditional creators, producers, and marketers. We don't want AI to steal the joy of creating. We just want a tool to speed up our workflow and hand over usable assets. So it all boils down to picking the right tool for the job. If your goal is to generate viral AI pop songs with crazy realistic vocals and creative lyrics, Suno is hands down the winner, but it operates like a total black box. You get what you get. Now, if you're a content creator who desperately needs safe, structured, and completely predictable background music where you can dial in the exact genre, tweak the tempo, and adjust the energy level, then Loudly is your clear choice. Simply put, Loudly feels like hiring an AI producer, while Suno feels like you're dealing with an unpredictable AI artist. Which leads us directly into Section 5, the copyright minefield. This is absolutely the biggest reality check for any creator operating in 2026. The hype of generative AI is violently colliding with copyright law, specifically regarding how these models were trained in the first place. The timeline here is just wild. Suno V3 launched to massive fanfare in March 2024, but by June, the Recording Industry Association of America dropped massive copyright infringement lawsuits on both Suno and Udio. The legal pressure got so heavy that by late 2025, Udio basically had to restrict file downloads, completely frustrating creatives trying to do commercial work. And just recently, in July 2026, a huge hack seemingly confirmed everyone's fears, revealing that Suno's AI had scraped millions of copyrighted songs straight off YouTube and Deezer. For us creators, commercial safety isn't just a perk anymore, it is absolutely paramount.
But luckily, in stark contrast to the platforms drowning in lawsuits, we're seeing the rise of tools taking a strictly commercially safe route. SoundRaw is probably the best example of this right now. They guarantee 100% royalty-free commercial safety, and they can do that because their AI is trained exclusively on in-house music made by their own teams. No scraped songs, no legal gray areas, and, most importantly, absolutely zero risk of getting hit with a copyright strike when you upload your hard work to platforms like YouTube or TikTok.
Finally, Section 6. Choosing your AI stack.
So how do we actually navigate this messy ecosystem and build a safe, effective toolkit? The big takeaway for 2026 is that you have to purposefully choose your AI stack based on commercial safety, predictable licensing, and workflow consistency, rather than just chasing raw viral potential. For your visual presentations, go with Achale if you absolutely need strict enterprise brand compliance and predictable editing. On the audio side, lean on SoundRaw for 100% royalty-free, copyright-safe beats. If you need those highly structured, customizable background tracks for your content, Loudly is your go-to producer. And hey, if you're a beginner just looking for a frictionless, all-in-one lyrics-to-song generator, Music Seed is a fantastic place to start.
As you build out your own creative workflow this year, I want to leave you with a pretty provocative question to chew on. Is your AI actually saving you time, or is it secretly costing you your copyright and commercial freedom? It is a question every single creator needs to answer in 2026. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. If you found this breakdown helpful and want to stay ahead of the curve, make sure you subscribe to AI by Kashan. And also like and comment on this explainer to let us know which AI tool you are currently testing out in your own workflow. See you next time.